How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Muv-Luv Monday, where we're back with the day after. Muv-Luv Unlimited specifically. I don't know why I said it backwards that day, but it's okay. So last time we did a lot of kind of exploration, establishing a lot of kind of presets of things that are going on. Besides the fact that the team is really struggling with Miono kind of really not stepping up to bat, but she's having a lot of medical reasons, which are behind a lot of it. So it's really challenging to just address it, right? You can't just go hammer on her because, it's not it's really something that's in her control, and anyone would be struggling if they were going through it. So, man, my hair looks crazy today. So, but it looks like after we've done a shift at the factory that's being built, the food factory that's going to become a very critical part of this series, it looks like. We're headed where it looks like we're back at the orphanage and, doing our thing, and it's gonna be fun and full of lots of brats, but hey, it's okay, it's all good. But yeah, sit back, relax, let's enjoy today's episode. I'm really excited to be able to record this one. I need a break, so it's nice to be able to kind of be here, so let's see what happens today. Alright, let's get started.
Hi, そこ割り込まない。割り込んだ子は一番後ろにしちゃうぞ。まあまあ。
The little brats are always bounced off the walls with energy. Even with the world on the brink of collapse, they look like they're having fun. Maybe it'd do me some good to be a bit more like them.
Ah, 立ち飲み注意だ。こないだテレビ出てた。
Yep.
出てた。かっこよかったね。
Aw, that's cute.
芸能人みたいだった。
よしてくれって。褒められるとほっぺた赤くなるぜ。
What is with this?
純情なんでね。
What is with this art style? Oh my gosh, it looks hauntingly familiar of something. I don't know what it's supposed to be heralding, but it reminds me of something, but I love it.
注意。あのね。
なんだね。
立ち飲み注意のお写真をください。
That's that girl, right? With the doll.
はい？写真？
あら、響。痛いけな少女をかどわかすつもり？
Ellen, come on! It's bad enough when you make fun of Yuzuka, but this is getting ridiculous.
するか。
I'll be damned if I can't lower my guard around her for 1 second.
あら、そう？じゃあ、もっと成長した女性の方が好みなのかしら。
Compared to a child, yes. Oh, we all know.
いや、神聖なる児童保護施設で何をおっしゃるのかね、エレン君。場をわきまえたまえ。
That was, oh gosh, poor Hibiki. I kind of feel bad for him. He's surrounded by fantastic people and great girls and everything, but oh my gosh, there's no good answers at this point.
あら、どんな想像をしたのかしら？
Dang her! But man, to think even a girl as young as Kazumi can't resist my animal magnetism. You're the epitome of masculinity, Hibiki. Hibiki, calm down. You're popular now. That's what it is. I just realized the microphone's a little in my face. So, he's letting it go to his head. Yuzuka, can you slap him around for me?
ねえ、早くちょうだい。早くしないと売りに行けなくなっちゃうよ。売る？
Of course not. I can go buy so much candy with this.
売れるの？響の写真が？うん。本当に？うん、本当だよ。
信じられねえ。
Are they really that surprised though?
本当に。
俺の魅力がそこまで爆発してた。
Yes.
何？
まったくもう。
まあ冗談はこの辺にしといてだ。俺なんかの写真を買ってどうするんだよ。
Athletes, singers, and actors I can understand, but soldiers? This is a first for me. I mean, I can see why some people would want pictures of female celebrities. So if people were to buy pictures of a soldier, I'd expect her to be some total bombshell. Interesting where your mind went.
マスコミに取り上げられましたからね。あれが大きいと思うんですよ。
シアトル防衛の英雄さんですから。
Looks like Marimo's his type. Yeah, that makes sense. Still, it was just the right place at the right time. It's not fair that I'm the one getting the star treatment when it's Major Jinguji who worked herself to the bone for months on end to keep Seattle safe. And sure, I was the one who detonated the S-11 inside that huge beta, but I was the only following orders. Pissed me off how people can pay attention long enough to put two and two together. Well, I don't mind playing the hero if it keeps the masses happy, but the Major's getting no appreciation whatsoever. Still, doesn't sit right with me.
まあ、バストアップの写真では身長も性格もわかりませんから。
Oi, Ellen, you're really being rough today.
今さらっとひどいことを言ったよね。
言われてみればそうですね。
Oi!
こら、納得するのかよ。俺に味方はいねえのかよ。
You did use the term animal magnetism referring to yourself sarcastically. I kind of can see why you turned everyone.
真実は一つなのですよ。
Aww.
ああ、もういいよ、いいですよ。どうせ本当の俺は格好悪いですよ。
そこまで言ってないですよ。ただ周囲のファンが夢を見て幸せになることはいいことですよねって。わずかでも市場でお金が回りますしね。そうそう。
お前らバカにしやがって。
ただいまーってなんだよ、うるせえな。何やって。
So it's Shiro, who apparently is having some shenanigans going on in the background. Actually gets a full-on caricature here, so that's really interesting.
一郎くん、おかえりなさい。
しずく姉ちゃん来てたのか。
あら、挨拶は雫だけ？私もいるんだけど。
エレンってことは。
元気か。プラントで働いてるらしいじゃん。褒められてたぞ、お前。
立浪かよ。
Yep, no respect for elders whatsoever. A little piece of crap. Some things never change.
遊んでねえで仕事しろよ。旧国の英士様なんだろ。
Oh, hello. This pocket-sized douchebag. Watch yourself.
ほら、一郎くん。周囲にそういう口の利き方はダメですよ。
Wonder who he's been listening to.
構いませんよ、先生。彼は羨ましいんですよ。ヒーローは子供の憧れですからね。
何言ってんだ。ああ、テレビに出たこと自慢してるのか。ガキくせえな。
Deep breaths, Hibiki, deep breaths.
やって当然のことをやっただけでヒーローとかありえねえってのに浮かれちゃってまあみっともね。
I mean, he's got a point. Don't get fired up. You should be like, well, actually, you're right there. I kind of just got lucky.
あらあら、随分と突っかかってくるわね。何かあったの？
別に。
僕、立浪注意みたいな英士になりたいです。
おい、いっぱい勉強して体力つけて頑張れ。
Hit the books and take your vitamins? I mean, vitamins, yes, but did you hit the books?
ねえねえ、一郎お兄ちゃん、何持ってるの？
He brought candy too, huh?
ああ、これは土産だ。
お土産？それ、どうしたの？
プラントで仲良くなったおじさんがくれたんだよ。
No, you got the candy.
あらあら、こんなにたくさん？ちゃんとお礼は言っ。
ああ、とにかくほら、みんなで分けな。
I don't, like, he's being sketchy about it, though. I'm also wondering, like, there's a lot of places that candy could have come from and reasons he could have got it. Not all of them good.
やったー！お兄ちゃん、ありがとう。さすがはお兄ちゃん、一郎くん偉いね。
まあな。
He actually did something good for a change. Well, wonders never cease.
それ、全部もらったの？ちょっと量が多すぎない？
Yeah.
施設にみんなで住んでるって言ったらいっぱいくれたんだよ。なんか変かい。
変じゃないけど、もしかしたら足りない分を買ってきたのかなって。
そんな金あるわけねえじゃん。
そうよね。まあいいわ。
さあ俺も手洗ってこよう。
I agree, Ellen. That's not great. Something's up.
あれ、お疲れ様です。どうしたんですか一体。
ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだけど。
はい、何でしょうか。
プラント建設に従事している人のことなんだけどね。
Yeah.
それで
Wonder if someone's using him as a drug runner. You know, like that could be what they're doing too, is like they're saying like, hey, you're not likely to get caught when you get off of work. Take this package, well, you don't know what it is, just take it somewhere or drop it off. I'll give you a bunch of candy if you do it. You know, pay him in candy. Make him a mule. Right, anyway.
あいつ機械に強かったとは。じゃあ将来的には整備の方を目指してるのか？
いえ、A 社を目指してるようですよ。あ、そういえばそろそろ適正試験だったような。もう終わったのかな?
Maybe he didn't do so well at it. Ichiro, the surface pilot, huh? Who knows? It could end up in my unit in a couple of years. Stranger things have happened. Sending children to fight in the front line still doesn't sit well with me. I know we don't have a choice, but that doesn't make it any better.
合格するといいですね。
Nowadays, the army just teaches them the very basics and then ships them straight off to the battlefield. Ichiro really might end up as my subordinate in a year or two. Totally different from how I grew up. Back when I was his age, I went to school and fooled around at club activities in the afternoon. I took that stuff for granted. Well, Ichiro's gonna miss out on all of it. Poor kid won't have a life.
ですね。なんかドキドキしてきました。
And it's all because we adults need the kids to fight.
ミオの少尉がドキドキしても。
Miono's a legit prodigy, but that doesn't change the fact that she's just a kid. We're so short on manpower, we need to send girls like her to fight our battles. How sad is that? We can't let them go on for much longer. We can't let this become our new normal.
でもなんかこのままじゃ眠れそうにないです。本当に大丈夫かな。一郎くん肝心なところでそそっかしいから。
Yeah, can't waste time dealing with my nightmares.
あ、でもそれ以前に自分のことをちゃんとしないとダメですよね。あんまり意識しない方がいいんじゃないですか。意識しすぎるとかえって硬くなっちゃいますよ。
Yeah. I'm happy Yuzuka worries about me, but I don't want to depend on her too much. As painful as it might be, I don't want to lose my past. It would be like losing a part of myself. He's really just thinking on his own terms right now. And besides, let's say what Yuzuka's implying is true, and I did something unforgivable. If that's the case, then it's all the more reason to face my sins head on. I can control myself. Can you? No way I'll let myself end up like that.
遅れました。
Hey, Ellen.
エレンちゃん、先にいただいてましたよ。ああ、全然。どこに行ってたんですか？ちょっとハンガーにね。
どうした？実機が恋しくなったか？
あ、いえ、気晴らしに散歩をしていたら楠本軍曹に会って話が弾んでしまっただけですよ。
Right.
ま、自由時間をどう使おうが構わないけどさ。
ところで、明日は人さん〇〇からシミュレーター訓練です。残念ながら大神注意の隊は合流できません。
Aw, too bad.
それから日米共同演習までにシミュレーターを使えるのは明日を入れてあと2回だけです。
了解。ミオノ。はい、
頑張ります。
You better. I'm nervous. Okay. More dreams.
そんなのって。なんであんたが真っ先に脱落しちまうのさ。
Why do I feel like Asagi's the one that he ended up having something happen with? I mean, it kind of makes sense, and there's not many other people around left, but still.
昨日、寺本少尉が亡くなってから少し様子が。
So after they got ambushed, he did die from that wound.
それが自殺の言い訳になるのかよ。ふざけんな。何を隠した？出せ。
ダメです、それは。
おとなしくよこせば怪我しなくて済むんだよ。
Oh, I think I see what's gonna happen here.
なんだって言うんだよ。
ダメだと言ったんです。一緒に埋葬してあげましょう。このままじゃ二人がかわいそうです。
いや、私には待ってる奴がいるんだ。
浅木少尉、
隊長の望みを叶えてやるべきじゃない。
浅木少尉、ご自分が何を言ったのか分かっているのですか？
What is she saying? I'm not sure I know.
分かってるさ。よく分かってる。だからこそ。ダメです。私たちは人間です。人間をやめたらいけないんです。
Uh-oh. Donner party.
綺麗事を言うな。飯を食わなきゃ死ぬんだよ。あんたも私もみんなも。
Oh boy, here we go.
今さらお上品ぶってどうする？私は日本に帰るんだ。私には家族が。ダメです。絶対にそれだけは絶対に。話しやがれ。邪魔だって言ってんだろう。ぶっ殺すぞ。
Great.
やめろ、アサギ。落ち着け。
畜生。死ぬんだ。私たちはみんな。どこにも帰れない。どこにも。
What do you even do? Like, there's a point of breaking where it's... I don't know if there is anything... If you don't have something to hold on to in a situation like this, and even if you do, would it be enough? I'm not sure we ever could know what we would do in these situations, because it pushes you so far beyond tolerances and ideologies and morality. There's just a point where you start to contend. Fight or flight, survival or starvation. You start feeling like those are your only options, and we have some pretty buried but powerful instincts in our lizard brain that can help us make it through the worst of it, but the forebrain can contend with it pretty mightily and can really mess things up.
だったらここで殺すしか。
起きてください。起きてください、立浪くん。大丈夫ですか？目を覚ましてください。
Where am I? Not again.
落ち着いてください。何も問題ありませんから。せーの。
Not again! Missed me by 1 centimeter this time. Oh, gosh darn, axe is getting closer and closer to my neck.
おはようございます。
おはようございますじゃねえよ。冷静に挨拶すんなよ。
落ち着いてください。何も問題ありませんから。
問題あるよ。前回より距離が縮んでるって。これ絶対次で俺のドア玉ガチ割られるって。
すみません、
ついうっかりで一生目が覚めなくなるところだったよ。
Never asked for this.
すみません。
まあいや、こっちも怒鳴って悪かった。
うん。
You can't lose control like that. She was only trying to help. It's not like she wanted me to wind up like Marie Antoinette. Anyway, I'd complain less about her manslaughter attempts if my dreams actually went somewhere, but they never seem to go past a certain point.
死ぬんだ。私たちはみんな死んじまうんだ。どこにも帰れない。どこにもだったらここで殺すしか。
I've seen that scene so many times now. Me, Sagi, and Yuzuka. There's something happens, but I have no idea what. I have a pretty good idea what it is. Try as I might, I can't remember. The more I force myself, the hazier my memories get.
ちょっと疲れが溜まってるだけだ。心配すんな。
やはり専門家に相談した方がいいのではないでしょうか。
She's right.
そんな必要ねえって。疲れが溜まってるのは事実かもしれねえけどさ。でもこれでも少佐の半分以下の仕事量だぜ。そのうち体が慣れるよ。
He did something he considers unforgivable, I think. I need to remember what happened next.
せめて今日のシミュレーター演習は西洋に当ててもらえないですか。
You kidding? He can't? He'd be on a platter in no time.
いや、そりゃ無理だろう。合同演習まで日がないから、ミオノの調子を見なきゃいけないし。
She's pissed. Her silence makes it too obvious.
本当に大丈夫だからさ。心配すんなって。
Remember, try to remember. I was with Asagi and Yuzuka.
戦術機を降りることを考えてもいいのではないでしょうか。
Oh, fetch. Would PR even let him at this point?
は？
軍には広報の任務もあります。注意が帝国の象徴になったというのならば、そういう生き方もあるのではないでしょうか。
あの
な、全く発想が突飛すぎる。
心配なんです。
The thing that's crazy to me, she's obviously gone through a lot of terrible stuff across that journey too. She's not in a mental lock like he is. It's hard for me to imagine that what he did was so bad that it never affected her, yet she doesn't seem to be dealing with it. I don't know, I'm guessing that she's just got it maybe better contained, but at the same time, we're all focusing on Hibiki right now. I'm worried if she, like, what's she gone through? What are her memories?
みんな心配しているんですよ。
Can't hear any dogs. Must be just them.
出てきな、そこにいるんだろう。
Oh gosh, really?
何にもしないさ。一緒にいた方が安全だぞ。出てこい。
こっちだ。あっちの方で足音が聞こえたぞ。
本当か。よーしジョニー、何としてでも捕まえるぞ。2日ぶりになるんだからな。
Oh crap.
さあ行くぞ。
So they're super cannibal now.
おう、銃を持ってるかもしれない。見つけたらためらわず撃てよ。
言ったようです。
腐肉を食らうウジ虫、ウジ虫を食らう私たち。お笑いだね。
貴重なタンパク源だぜ。エビだってよく考えりゃ見た目は気持ち悪いけど食えばうまいだろ。
He's got a point. Bugs are one of the best sources of protein.
相変わらず減らず口叩くね。ねえ。私ら、どこまで逃げ切れると思う？
逃げ切れるって、つまんない心配すんなよ。大丈夫だって。日本に戻ったら、俺におごらせるんだろ。
そんな話もしたっけね。
したさ。うまいもんじゃ焼きを食わせる店があんだよ。変な親父が経営してんだけどな。うまいぜ。それに何より安いところがいい。
女誘うのに安いことをアピールすんじゃないよ。
そうなのか。
誘われた私まで安っぽく見られるじゃないか。
Wait, so were they in a relationship? Oh gosh.
そうか。しまった。いや、でも若いのに経済観念がしっかりしてるということでかえってポイントが上がるなんてことも。
バーカ。
うるせえ。バカっていう方がバカなんだぞ。
こんな状況でも笑えるんだね、あんたは。
国に帰るのが楽しみでさ、基地の周りだけじゃなくいろんなとこ行こうぜ。
本当に私なんかでいいのかよ。
Oh my gosh, yeah, so they did start a relationship. That really challenges things. Oh boy.
何言ってんだよ。お前だからだろ。それに隊長だって言ってただろ。ガサツ者同士でちょうどいいって。
死んじまった奴のことを言うのはやめてくれ。あいつはただの卑怯者だ。カッコつけるだけカッコつけて責任も取らないでいっちまったクソ野郎だ。それに日本だってどうなったかわかんねえ。
大丈夫だ。絶対に。絶対に。俺たちだって生き残ってんだぜ。何があったにしろ誰かが必ず生き残ってるさ。だから諦めんな。
Right.
もう3日もまともな飯を食ってないってのに。あんた化け物だよ。なんでそんなこと言えるんだよ。どっちが言っちまってるのかね。笑えるあんたと笑えない私。人としてまっとうなのはどっちだろう。
That's a disturbing question considering what happens.
やめろ。やめてくれ。俺たちはみんな生きて帰るんだ。絶対に帰れるから余分なことは考えるな。
みんなもうあんたと私と仙道しかいないっていうのに。
だからみんなだ。必ず生きて帰る。生きて帰って飯をおごる。ゆずかも連れてってやろうぜ。
よくもまあ根拠もなくそんな、
それが俺の取り柄だからな。信じてなきゃ叶うもんも叶わね
He's not wrong. They did make it.
え。わさぎ。
これあんたに渡しとく。
Oh, fetch.
私が眠ったら私の頭を打ち抜いてくれ。
No.
おい。
頼むよ。私は怖くて引き金なんか引けないんだ。
やめてくれよ。
もう嫌だ。もう嫌なんだ。撃ってくれ立浪。今でもいい。
God, can you imagine?
やめろって。
頼む。もう 嫌なんだ。こんなとこでこんなの人間じゃない。
落ち着いてくれ。大丈夫だ、俺がついてるから。アサギ、お前は強い女だろ。誰よりも勇敢だったじゃないか。大丈夫、大丈夫だから。
お願いだからここから私を。
大丈夫、俺たちは絶対に帰れるから。落ち着けって。
殺して殺して、お願い。殺してよ
ー。できるわけないだろ。
Oh boy. That's implying that he couldn't and Yuzuka did. And if that's the case though, that again like highlights like I understand why he's going through so much trauma, but what about Yuzuka? Why isn't she going through the same thing? She probably is, but why is she able to hide it so much better? Fetch. Fetch. Again.
さつまみくん、目を覚ましてください。
よう、起きてるぜ。
見ればわかります。
今日は斧で特訓しないんだな。
Her timing couldn't have been worse though.
今日は合同演習です。
With each night I feel like I'm getting closer to something.
すぐ行くから、先に PX に行っててくれ。
了解しました。
Man, how long has it been since I got a good night's sleep? I don't know if these nightmares are under control. I won't be able to function during the day.
参ったな。
The more fatigued I am before going to bed, the more likely I am to have a nightmare. If I have one, I ain't letting a decent sleep for the rest of my night, meaning I'll be exhausted the rest of the coming day. But having these nightmares seems to be causing all these memories I've been repressing to gradually resurface. The truth is out there, and sure, I'm stuck in a vicious cycle, but at least it's helping me make some progress. And I wonder, what's gonna happen to me once I remember everything? I better kick that I better kick that particular can down the road. Gotta focus 100% on today's exercise. That was a taste of a world in which forsaking your humanity was the only way to survive. As long as we've got stuff like food, shelter, and clothing, we don't need to become monsters. If only we had a little more of the essentials back then, maybe things would have been different. We're trying to keep what's left of civilization alive. That's what we're fighting for, so that nobody else has to suffer what we did. It's just a matter of days until a production plant is finally operational. What we've been hoping for won't be fantasy anymore.
配給を増やしてくれ。こんな量でどうやって生きたらいいんだ。
闇市の金持ちだけ優遇して、どうせ裏で手を握ってるんでしょ。軍票でいい、もっと賃金を。子供に飴玉一つ買ってやれないの。
兵隊のピンハネだ。軍の横暴だ。
There would be no reason to protest. With no protest, there also wouldn't be any riots. Our relationship with the United States could improve as well.
ダメだ。
Mitsukaze's right. Major Jinguji was discharged and she ain't coming back. All my sulking ain't gonna do anything, change a thing about. I should focus on the immediate future. The production plant is bound to become a strategic target on day one. And if something doesn't happen, it'll be our job to defend it. If something does happen, it'll be our job to defend it.
なんせここには職がある。まともに働けば食っていけるだけの給料が出る。子供に教育を受けさせるだけの余裕も作れる。
Oh, my heart. Ugh.
そうなればあとは簡単な話でよ。くだらんいさかいでここを潰すわけにはいかん。とこうなるわけよ。人種だの国籍だの宗教だのと争いのネタは死ぬってくらい転がってるが、みんな周囲と協調することを第一に考えてくれてるらしい。
I really wish. To bleed for the sake of a new world that's to come. This is a turning point for our new Japan. We can't afford to drop the ball. crap. We better perform up to standard today. Come on. Come on. Okay.
以上が当演習の最終目標となる。ブリーフィングでも述べたように、レーザー級、キャリア級への対応を主眼として行われる。
Hello again, Major Walken.
よって、演習終了条件は、敵レーザー級、キャリア級の殲滅、もしくは味方の損耗が 30% を超えた場合となる。
That's a pretty tall order, actually. That's better odds than usual in a big operation. 30% losses. That's so different from total defeat. And the scary part is, I can see how easily things could turn out that way. It's natural to think there would be laser class in the battlefield, but after the latest attack in Seattle, it makes sense to assume they'd come bundled together with carrier classes.
なお、最新の観測データで、電磁嵐の再活性化の傾向が見られている。よって今回の演習では、水平線見通しでの通信しか効かないという条件を追加する。
Again, makes sense, but ugh!
データリンク及び通信機能に、それ相応の障害を発生させた状態での演習となる。実戦での状況を鑑み、中継機付近のみはデータリンクの使用を可能とする。
Okay.
それ以外、
Oh, sorry. Whoa, talk about next level. This exercise is getting tougher by the second. Even the Americans were pretty perplexed when they heard about it during the full briefing. Sounds like business as usual to me, though.
それでは演習を開始する。各員の健闘を祈る。
合同演習を開始する。各部隊は所定の配置につけ。演習開始まで180秒。
Right. It's starting. Wonder if the battlefield will be exactly the same as in the 7th Battle of Seattle.
フェザントリードより各小隊長に次ぐ。所定位置について以降は各中隊長の指示を仰げ。以上だ。
Right.
立浪、予定通り貴様の部隊は後方に配置する。基本的に出番はなくす予定だが、場合によっては前線に呼び出す可能性もある。
Right.
くれぐれも命令を聞き逃すなよ。
Right. Ugh.
了解。
己の置かれた立場を自覚して行動してくれ。
Threats? At this point? Really?
了解。
She doesn't trust us, not one bit. Then again, I'm hardly surprised.
ヘッドクォーターより全戦術機部隊誘導弾の着弾を確認した。現在のところレーザー級の存在は認められない。繰り返す。ライブスワンよりオールライブス、群れに飛び込むぞ。2キロ前進してくさびを打ち込む。いいか、先陣こそマリーの誉れ。
Wait,
データの体液で後続に赤絨毯を敷いて。
Lilia. Am I going crazy? Is that the girl from the, like, prelude? That would be really interesting if she were here. It looks like the color that they used for her. I think it is her. And the Black Knives. Yeah, isn't that what they called? She joined up with the Black Knives, but she's the only one that survived. So now she heads the Black Knives. Okay, yeah, so that's definitely her. I was wondering when they'd bring her back. That's good to know. That's cool. That was subtle. I hope I'm not wrong there, because that feels like it was meant to be that. That's a shock unit from the U.S. Marine Corps. Dang, that's some solid flying. Their teamwork alone puts us to shame. We can't even begin to compare.
ウォードグリードよりマリオン、聞こえてるか？
こちらマリオン、感度良好です。
緊張しなくていいぞ。いつも通りやればうまくいく。はい。もともと合同演習の目的は日米両軍の連携確認みたいなもんだからな。難しい。だから気楽に行け。
I keep clicking early, I'm sorry.
そうそう、シミュレーターじゃ死人は出ないんだから。頑張ります。皆さんが特訓に付き合ってくれたんですから、今日は絶対に成果を出します。
その調子だ。相手を飲んでかかるくらいでちょうどいい。
はい。私たちは最高峰の予備戦力に当てられています。レーザー級の掃除は他の部隊がやってくれますよ。そういうこと。雫は苦手意識さえ払拭できれば古参英士並みの活躍ができるわ。 私が。はい、すみません。頑張ります。
ああ。
We're all feeling kind of guilty about the bench warmers back, about being bench warmers back here, but it's a good thing we have it easy. But that's assuming things will go according to plan. You can never be too sure about that. I mean, it's just like anything else. There's got to be a reason the higher-ups are keeping us in the dark about specifics. I'm fully expecting them to pull a rug out from underneath us. It's a perfect opportunity to test how well we can adapt to changing battlefield conditions. Heck, it's got to be why Command wants to raise the stakes. Hmm?
予定通り貴様の部隊は後方に配置する。基本的に出番はなくす予定だが、場合によっては前線に呼び出す可能性。
Oh, wait a minute. Direct line of communication. They need to check and make sure they're linked up to the comm link so they can actually hear the order. If they don't double check that, they might completely miss it. Never forget. She was giving him a hint. Oh, that's good. Come on, think. Come on, Hibiki. Come on, see it. See it. You have to link up. You need to make sure you can hear your orders.
いや、なんでもねえよ。
コマンドポストより待機中の全小隊に通達する。
Okay.
作戦はフェーズ2に移行する。
So
繰り返す。
maybe
作戦はフェーズ2に移行する。
maybe I'm wrong then, because it sounds like they are in connection.
よし、全員聞いたな。指定位置まで前進するぞ。
了解。
They're here.
ヘッドクォーターより全戦術機部隊に通達。レーザー級の出現を確認。繰り返す。レーザー級の出現を確認。レーザー級。大丈夫よ。まだ私たちの出番じゃないわ。迎撃の状況から見て、レーザー級の出現数はそう多いとは思えないし。
I see what's going on here. This scenario is a variation of the 7th Battle of Seattle. The laser class first clears the way for the carrier class, which then land on the shores with the bulk of the beta reinforcements. Problem is, I used an S11 in the real thing. I haven't heard anything about a TSF unit carrying anything that can compare in terms of firepower.
ヘッドクォーターより全戦術機に次ぐ。レーザー級は K2 観測所付近から上陸した模様。現在、レーザー級の分布および個体数を測定中。
The laser class are concentrating on the coastline. Now the laser class showed up, our losses have skyrocketed past the average. And it ain't just Miono, there's a ton of people struggling to deal with the laser class. How are we supposed to turn this around? What the? Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh, Fetchins, right where they are. Seriously, that's coming from 15 kilometers inland. What the heck's up with this exercise? Here we go. Call it in. What?
ヘッドクォーターより全戦術機部隊に通達。エリア J2 にてキャリア級の出現を確認。
Oh, there they are. Oh, there they are.
ふざけんな。レーザー級だけじゃなく、オート級もかよ。
フェザントリードよりウォードク1。第一中隊でレーザー級を処理する。貴様の正体には陽動を任せる。
Okay, we're a distraction then. Lovely. They're gonna rush the laser class.
キャリア級への対応は後だ。攻撃される前にレーザー級を叩き、行動の自由を確保する。貴様の部隊は突出し、レーザー級集団前方に位置するグラップラー級集団を釣り出せ。
Right.
データを転送する。いいか、失敗は許されないぞ。中隊の進路を確保しろ。
了解。
I have to get this done, dang it.
いいか、前衛は俺と丸2、後衛は丸3、丸4。丸4、落ち着いていけよ。
了解です。頑張ります。この日のためにみんなに教えてもらったんですから。
エイス少尉、ミオの少尉を頼むぞ。
丸3了解。レーザー級集団までの最適進行ルート出ました。
我々の任務は第一中隊のレーザー級特艦の支援である。したがって特艦はせず陽動に徹することになる。
Alright.
グラップラー級集団に接触の後、南西に抜けることで敵集団を引きつける。
I'm not good at this kind of stuff, but my guess is that this is a tactical readout of aerial like field of view based on landscape. So like the red dots are obviously beta, but I think the yellow and the red zones are line of fire to the laser class. I'm not 100% sure, but I swear I've seen this pattern before in military like maps in like TV shows and other things. So that's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's like estimated like fields of approach, and you can see like their path is trying to use like as much safe territory as possible on the approach, staying out of the yellow and then eventually staying as much out of the red as possible while it's having a clear access point, more or less. So that's kind of what my guess is. I don't know if that's true. If anyone happens to know what the yellow and red lines are or can confirm or deny that, I would love to know. Having had no real military experience is a big part of why I don't have any clue.
俺たちが釣り出して第一中隊が仕留める。誰にでもできる簡単な仕事だ。
Right.
全員確認したな。行くぞ。
了解。
There we go. Look at that animation. Grapplers, get him.
汚い顔近づけないでよ。
Okay, Miono, don't lose track of where you are, what you're doing. The beta are gathering around us. A little bit more, and we'll reel them in.
レーザー照射来るぞ。
There we go. Oh, there they are! Holy crap!
マリオン、大丈夫か？よし、よくやった。その要領だ。戦闘を継続するぞ。連中、間違いなくこちらを認識している。全員、油断するなよ。
Now that we're going mano and mano with the grappler class, there's no way for us to know what the laser class are going to fire.
スリルあるってレベルじゃねえぜ。
Yeah, that's the thing. But being close and personal is one of the best protections they've got in an open field. Look at those freaking fortresses.
フェザントリードよりウォードック1、第一中隊を動かす。貴様は部隊を現地点より南西2キロに移動しろ。グラップラー級集団を引っ張れ。貴様の部隊の動きが作戦の要だ。ミスを犯すなよ。
No pressure.
ウォードッグ1了解。ウォードッグ小隊はこれより地対行動を取りつつ南西へ後退する。了解。
The final stretch. This is the crap that puts the hairs on your chest. You can somewhat predict the laser class attacks by how the other beta move when you're in the thick of it, but to take some distance from the herd and there's an entirely different story. Once you're out in the open, the laser class won't hesitate to shoot you down as soon as you peek your head out. We need to get a good read on the terrain around us in real time while we're falling back. Miono's got her work cut out. But if she can overcome a battle this harsh, she'll get over all her issues in a single stroke.
タイミングを合わせて離脱するぞ。10秒前。7、6、5。しまった。前期3回して交代。マリオン。
Oh no. There they go.
雫、目をつぶらないで。
She screwed up.
コマンドポストよりウォードック4致命的損傷大破。ウォードック4は演習を停止する。了解。フェザントリードよりウォードックタイを動かす。貴様の正体は突入部隊の最後尾につけ。
了解。丸2、丸3。俺に続け。
了解。
Dang it. She did okay, but definitely not great. Oh, here we go. The dressing
以
down.
上が合同演習に参加した日米両海軍並びにアメリカ空軍からの報告である。詳細に関しては書類にして後日配布するが。
So, was the operation as a whole successful?
海軍空軍ともに陸上戦力によるレーザー級相当こそが作戦の要であるとまとめているのはいつもと変わらない。
Right. They're pretty much always the linchpin in every battle.
レーザー級、キャリア級など今後も予断を許さない状況が続くと考えられる。よって今後も日米の連携が重要なことは疑いの余地がない。私からの総括は以上だ。小牧隊は何かあるか？
は、冒険少佐の総括に賛同いたします。日米並びに陸海空の連携こそが今後の防衛戦の鍵になると思われます。
Right.
特に本日の結果が示すようにキャリア級が出現した場合、 現在は総力戦をもってしても撃退に成功できるとは限らない。戦術機部隊の壊滅を覚悟して突貫し、空軍を呼び込まなければ制圧できないという結果は、我々に次がないという現実を如実に訴えている。
Okay, so the operation did not go very well. We lost a lot of TSFs in order to... We technically succeeded, but it was like a Pyrrhic victory.
個人的な感想を一言だけ述べることを許されるのならば、私としては明日にでも再演習を行いたいということです。私からは以上です。
Right.
それでは本日はここで解散とする。
全員起立。
Agami. It's finally over.
立浪、久しぶりだな、立浪。
Huh? Who's this guy again?
ああ、ヒル注意。
Pretty sure I got it right.
覚えてくれていたか。嬉しいぜ。第7次防衛戦の英雄に記憶してもらえるとは光栄だ。
お英雄って、俺はそんなご大層なもんじゃねえよ。
さすがは謙遜が美徳のジャパニーズスタイルだな。紹介するぜみんな。彼こそが第7次シアトル防衛戦の立役者、
Please,
立浪響注意だ。
I got a lot going on. Like, let me go. Oh no.
よろしくな、注意。
あなたのおかげで生き延びることができたわ。
あの敵中突破、あれは本当に大したもんだった。まったくもってクレイジーだったぜ。
Oh man, they're making me blush. Wish I'd rein it in a bit.
でも新聞で見るより小さいのね。
うるせえ、てめえらがでかいんだよ。
捕まっちゃったわね。すごい人気ですね。
いや、だからあれは単純に俺の手柄という話ではなく。
Wait, no, crap, what am I doing? You gotta go spilling the beans about the Major and the S-11. Japan and the United States agreed to keep things under wraps. The truth must never get out.
いや、もちろん俺たちだって機会があれば大型爆弾を抱えて敵中侵入することにためらいはしないさ。
でも実際にやりきったのが立浪よ。それは素晴らしいことだわ。
ああ。
Talk about complicated. People in the field can tell the Major made the right call, but from a diplomatic standpoint, the Empire had to cut her loose to preserve the status quo. That's despite the military in both countries defending her actions. Hey!
注意、ご紹介いただきたく。
I'm so excited! Hello!
お、そうだな。立浪注意紹介する。海兵戦術機体のリディア・シェルベリ注意だ。
It's cool to see her back. A Marine. Oh, hello. Yes, yes, yes. Very beautiful. Man, she's a bombshell. Too bad she seems like a total stuck-up. In the grim darkness of tomorrow, all women will be clones of Captain Komaki. The future belongs to the shrews.
遺憾ながら海兵戦術機体は大解放にてほぼ壊滅したため、彼女が現在の海兵戦術機体のトップを務めている。
はじめまして、立浪注意。
立浪響注意です。よろしくお願いします。
実はシェルベリ注意も神宮寺と帝国軍の世話になったことがあるとの話なんだ。
Yeah, sole survivor of two terrible things.
え？
はい。神宮寺少佐には大解放後、塩原を放浪中に回収していただきました。
塩原を。
She was lost there all alone. That must mean.
私は JFK の生き残りです。
Yeah, these two are very similar. The TSF carrier John F. Kennedy. I've heard the story. They ran aground somewhere between Hawaii and Australia. The JFK were the first ones to face Beta after Babylon, the canary in the coal mine, and the bees killed everyone on board except for her.
あの JFK の。
Right.
当時はまだ日米臨時編成軍の時代でしたが、少佐に拾われなければ、私は塩原で干からびていたでしょうね。
Yeah.
自分は アメリカ軍に救助されました。そうでなければ、砂漠で干からびていたでしょう。境遇が似ていますね。
Interesting. They're cut from the same cloth, two sides of the same coin. Why isn't she as popular or recognized as him?
いいえ、似てなどいませんよ。そんなわけありません。3000キロ以上を踏破した注意と同じと言われては、立つ瀬がありません。
I don't know about that. Yours was rough too.
ああ。
So that's what she meant.
しかし、そうは言っても、俺には仲間がいましたから。注意はお一人だったわけですし。
Hold on. Squad mates. Plural. Only Yuzuko was with me when we were rescued. Crap, why didn't I notice this before? What happened to Asagi?
殺して殺してお願い
Oh no. No, no way.
しかし、私たちは、注意を救ってくれたお仲間に感謝しなくてはいけませんね。第7次防衛戦では、注意がいなければ大変なことになっていましたでしょうから。
いえ、それほどのことでも。
Stop staring off into space, man. She's talking to you.
ですが、一言だけ申し上げたく思います。A 氏は生きて帰らなければならない。
Right.
第7次防衛戦での注意の選択は結果として正解だったと思います。
Oh, interesting.
それはあくまでも結果が良かっただけ。
She's actually chastising him, saying like, you were really reckless. You made it back, but be careful in the future.
おい。
あの瞬間、あなたが生還することを考えていなかったとしたら、あなたの行動は褒められるような話じゃない。あまり勘違いしない方がいいわ。
Oh yeah.
増長すれば足をすくわれるわよ。
She's absolutely right.
やめてくれ、シェルベリ注意。俺は注意と立浪注意を喧嘩させるために引き合わせたのではないぞ。
No, it's not a fight.
失礼しました。ですが、本音です。
She's right.
シェルベリ注意。
いえ、いいんです。シェルベリ注意のおっしゃる通りです。自分でも無茶だったと反省しています。仕方がない状況だったとはいえ、思い返して考えてみると、他にも方法があったのではないかと思います。
命を粗末にする人は嫌いよ。
Yeah, I bet.
忠告感謝します。肝に銘じますよ。
She's a survivor, same as me. Someone who knows all too well how difficult it is to keep walking when the road has no end in sight.
思ったより首相なのね。
Aww.
シェルベリ注意。いい加減にしてくれ。
ヒル注意。問題はないですよ。本当に。他に自分に対して思うことがあったら、ぜひ聞かせてください。
I can tell she's got her head screwed on right. It's not just regarding how a surface pilot should act, but in general. Lieutenant Kjellberg survived a near-death experience, the kind of thing that convinces you it's a sin to throw your life away.
であればお言葉に甘えて。謙遜は美徳かもしれないけど、発言できる権利を手に入れたのに、言葉を発しない人間も、私は、
Oh, sorry.
どういう意味でしょうか。
世の中を変えられるのは、選ばれた一部の人間の発言だけなのよ。大多数の人間は、その資格を持てないまま生きていくしかないの。
So she thinks he's not utilizing his like power properly, which is kind of true. But it's difficult to leverage that without a plan.
あなたも世界と一人で向き合ったんでしょ。それなら。
All the more reason for what?
これで失礼するわ。これ以上は補足にしかならないから、さすがにヒル注意の面目を潰すわけにはいかないもの。立浪注意、話を聞いてくれてありがとう。ヒル注意も。立浪注意、また会いましょう。
I hope so.
了解です。
すまない、立浪注意。普段はもっとさっぱりしたやつなのだが。
Yeah, she is.
気にしないでくださいよ、ヒル注意。貴重な話だったと思ってますので。
Lieutenant Lilia Kjellberg, an American who went through the same hell as I did.
それじゃ、機会があればランチでも食おう。
それじゃあ、お疲れさん。
注意。ちょっといいですか？
Okay. Sure, why not? Let's go a little longer.
どうした？
雫のことで相談が。
Oh boy. Yeah, maybe not. This.
どうした？
Okay, a little bit longer.
ミオの少尉が。
Right.
雫、顔を上げなさい。立浪注意よ。
Oh boy. I guess she's still dwelling on the exercise and how she got herself killed.
立浪注意。
Go give her a hug! Was not. 'Fetch. She's crying? This wasn't a stellar performance by any means, but she's still a full-fledged pilot. This ain't like it was her first rodeo. I get that her training was pretty crappy compared to ours. It'd be unfair to expect her to handle everything the way we would. That doesn't mean you have to turn on the waterworks, man.
ミオの少尉、役立たずだなんて誰も思っていないですよ。元気出してください。
Babying her again. Is that actually in Miono's best interests?
ほら、泣かないでください。みっともないですよ。気持ちを切り替えてから、また一緒に頑張りましょう。
I don't know what to do!
ごめんなさい。
Should I let Yuzuka do her thing? No, Miono needs to learn. Oh no! Oh no!
雫、記憶が鮮明な今のうちに、今日起きた出来事を振り返りなさい。今日、あなたは何で失敗したの？その原因は？テレンちゃん。悔しくて泣くのは悪いことじゃない。でもその前に、やることがあるのよ。
Dang.
それは、自分だけではなく、仲間の命を守るためにやること。優先度は明らかなの。自己満足が先に立つようじゃ、背中は預けられないわ。
Hey, if she's gonna step in, that works, but holy cow, I didn't expect it.
それは、家庭を頭の中で再現なさい。繰り返しになるけど、あなたはできる人なのよ。だから。
Did Ellen just read my mind? Well, she's right. Miono needs to be rebuilt from the ground up, and that ain't gonna be easy, but, you know, no pain, no gain. The only way to realize what you're missing is to take a good, hard look at yourself. Same thing happened to me at some point, I'm sure.
さあ、最初から思い出して。レーザー級出現時の位置取りは悪くなかった。じゃあ、次の段階は何？
Still, something feels out of place. Maybe the problem isn't that we've been treating Miono with the kid gloves. It's not been any help, but is that really why she's stuck in a rut? What if the cause of whatever's plaguing her is something more fundamental? Just like with my dreams.
ダメよ。それでも思い出しなさい。
She's scared of the laser class, but that can't be all there is to it.
エレン、今は無理よ。少し時間を。
I don't know.
ユズカは黙っていて。雫が生き残れるかどうかの瀬戸際なのよ。でも、思考が停止しちゃってるじゃない。
And this is Yuzuka. She's swooping in to defend Miono's thoughts, kind of like she does for us.
この程度でそうなるなら、それこそ問題だわ。
Oh boy.
エレン。
Oh my gosh.
あなたが無理と判断することで、 雫はここより上に上がれなくなるのよ。それでもいいわけ？
そうじゃないけど。
二人ともやめろ。場所をわきまえろ。ここは俺が預かる。ミオの少尉は医局に行って体調について検査を受けろ。薬物や催眠暗示が悪影響をもたらしてるのかもしれない。まずはそれを診察してもらえ。それが終わったら己の根源的なものを考えてみろ。言っておくが、レーザー級対策の方法や訓練方法について考えろと言っているんじゃないぞ。
Okay. I can get behind this.
なぜレーザー級に苦手意識を持っているのか。その原因について思いを馳せてみろってことだ。いいな。返事！はい！よし。仙道、エイス少尉の両名は、ミオの少尉が相談に来たら聞いてやれ。ただし、自分の意見を述べるのはダメだ。ミオの少尉に考えさせろ。以上だ。
了解。
Good. I think that was about as best we could expect. Yeah,
昨
bitch.
日は散々な結果だったな。日米合同演習までに間に合わせろと私は言ったはずだが。
We're gonna stop here. I'm not a fan. You're right, but I still don't like how we're gonna have to start here next week, but it makes sense. All right. Oh, lovely. This is just gonna be great. Just great. All right. So, some thoughts as we part ways. Lilia, great to see her. Fantastic. I was really hoping that she would make an appearance at some point. It's nice to see her here. I hope we get to see a lot more of her in the coming episodes, because I think she's a great character. And I think it's really been nice to explore, especially the dynamic between her and Hibiki, because they have a lot of very similar but differing circumstances. It'd be really cool to see them as a foil to each other, which is really neat. Second point, I think what Lilia said is really right. I don't know if he should retire per se. He might need to, but I don't know. But look at what the Shogun is doing. Look at all the good she does by visiting the people. And he has that similar power. Even if he doesn't retire, it does feel like he could be doing more like that. Even if it's just temporary, he could be doing more to help people, give them hope, help inspire. He could be doing more of that. And I'm not sure why they've never considered moving him to that. Maybe they feel like he wouldn't do a good job. I don't know. I do think that there's a precedent there that isn't being utilized, and I'm not sure why they haven't. And then thirdly, Miono. I feel like she has something she's scared. Like, there's something about the laser class that is throwing her off. That's not just the fact that they're there. Maybe there's a fundamental. Maybe somebody she cared for died because of laser class specifically. Maybe she has some kind of hiccup on the red light. Maybe the red light is a trigger for her, because she says she closes her eyes. I don't know. There's something about that. I'm curious to see what that is, and if they can figure it out in time. Kamaki's probably about to put a big boot in their face about all this, but we'll have to see. All in all, it's really rough. It's a lot to think about. And then, of course, there's his memories. My guess now, if I were to make a guess, I don't think it was worth making the guess, but I'm thinking... I don't know if the relationship he had with, what's her name? Komaki? The ally that didn't make it. He made it sound like he was interested in her romantically. I'm wondering if it was partially just a carnal, like, we're in dire straits, like, find comfort in each other's arms kind of part of the situation. Like, I'm sure he had some feelings there, but it also seemed like he was just trying to be a lifeline for her more than anything. I feel like she snaps, and the implication is that he did something terrible, but Yuzuka is the one he has flashes of being covered in blood, and so part of me is thinking Yuzuka did something, or maybe he started to do something drastic, gave up, and was gonna let it all go. Maybe he let himself get killed. Maybe she was gonna kill him, and he just was like, fine. He just gave up mentally. I can't do this. Go. Yuzuka then saves his life by killing her, but the fact that he let go and lost her might have broken him. And if that is the case, then what on earth is Yuzuka, what is she doing that helps her stay so strong? Because that's insane, and I'm kind of terrified if she is able to just shrug that off. I'm guessing there's more to it, but who knows? Well, she does, maybe. So we'll have to see. But anyway, that's about all of my thoughts. Lots of thoughts, as you can tell, but that's all I've got. So thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed. I'm grateful to hear your thoughts and comments about my theories and stuff. Obviously, no spoilers, but like, if you have any comments or things you want to add, I'd love to hear it. Also, just thanks for being around. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. And also, special thank you to the patrons. I need a patron cast. Gosh darn it. I gotta work that out. I'm so bad at that. I'm sorry. I'll get to it. And then also, I'm thinking, I've been getting badgered from YouTube, like headquarters, to start offering memberships on YouTube, which is kind of like Patreon on YouTube. I'm thinking of just going ahead and enabling it. Essentially, it would be the same. I'd set it up so you get the same perks that I give on Patreon. I mean, I personally prefer the Patreon system just because YouTube keeps their fingers out of it a little bit, but I also understand that YouTube might be the more secure, more familiar with it. And so if you want to support the channel, become a dedicated lab member, get your name listed here while I'm in my like final thoughts and getting, you know, access to the patron cast, you know, that might be something I'm going to throw up. I'm going to be like making a decision on that in the near future. I'm probably going to just go for it. I just want to make sure like I make it worth it and it's not going to feel like a cheaper version or like a side version of like what I get with like the Patreon setup and everything. I don't know. Diversifying is a good idea in general. And like I said, it might just be something that makes more sense to you. So we'll see. Regardless though, I see it all the same. Whether you support me in any way, like it means the world to me. I'm going to do my best to make it worth your while. So thank you so much for all of this. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel and just making my dream a reality in so many ways. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed this episode and that you get to see a lot of fun extra videos for the rest of this week. Until next video, watch me. I'll see me next. I'll see you there.